So I've just finished playing Alien Isolation on PS4 and need to say a few words about it. To start with, this is one of the games I really wanted to like, and it hurts me to say how much it disappointed me. On the good side, however, Alien Isolation is by far the best rendition of the original atmosphere of release code's Alien you can get, period. It's dark, overwhelming, wonderfully cinematic and incredibly scary. For all the good things I could say about Alien Isolation, the credits would go to audiovisual department. But for every couple of things that Alien Isolation gets right, there are a couple of problems. The music in the game is minimal and features parts of the original, well, a bit rearranged film score. The music dynamically adapts to what's currently happening on the screen, thus it gives you this incredible cinematic experience, the sensation that what you see is actually you being in a film, not just a game. So the music seamlessly changes to ominous, dark, nerve-wracking orchestration whenever there is an alien or another enemy nearby. The visual department did an incredible job too, recreating the film environment of the original Alien, and it's not just limited to familiar locations like Hibernation Room. It's also dozens of other details like small objects which make you just want to walk around and look at locations. There are also a few incredibly nice Easter eggs for Ridley Scott fans, like references to Blade Runner, there's the unicorn, and also other more refined references for hardcore fans. As for the bad sides, the game is definitely too long. And this is not just my opinion. I would say that only several initial hours of the game were real fun. So, having played it for 8 hours, I'd really wanted it to end. Ultimately, it is not a pleasant experience to feel afraid and powerless for more than just a few hours. I managed to beat the game in a whopping total of 24 hours. The excessive length of the game, however, resulted not from the length of the story itself, but from the punishingly difficult system of game saves, making you replay long stretches of the game whenever the alien kills you. And it kills you a lot. There were some extremely difficult parts where I was allowed to save only every 20 to 30 minutes. On other occasions, although there was nothing particularly difficult happening, the opportunity to save, that is a phone booth, popped up every several minutes. After all, scary is no longer scary when you are doing the same thing for the 10th time, and this refers to so-called face hunger, which will probably make you break your pad around the end of the game.
Hey Ripley, welcome to the Anissa door.
There were also other problems with the game.
Where are you, Marlowe?
The game took me long partly because there is a commonly reported crash towards the end, and I was one of the affected players. Due to the bug, the game stops showing you your next goal on the map, which effectively makes you replay 2 previous missions, and it takes another hour or so. This was really the last straw in my frustration. The game is no doubt difficult. That's fine with me because I like difficult games. The game difficulty, however, mostly consists in unpredictable behavior of the alien. That is, whenever you retry a save with a different strategy to approach the enemy, you may fail as well, because the alien never follows the same pattern. Bottom line, you die and die and die and die and die ad infinitum. And with every death, the terror becomes more of a frustration, and the initial excitement with the game turns stale. There were moments in Alien Isolation when I spent too many hours just fighting androids, which in my opinion were way too ubiquitous throughout the game.
You want to join my crew? Plenty of free spots.
Ripley, Mahler double-crossed me.
Although the game offers different weapons and crafting of different objects, it never teaches you how to use them effectively, or even what they are for. In fact, it doesn't teach you anything. For instance, I never understood what the flare, which is surprisingly the most common object in Sevastopol, was intended for. And I managed to finish the game without using it for even once. Although Alien Isolation is much stealth oriented, it lacks proper cues helping you understand when enemies spot you, when they see you or not, or keep proper distance from them to be unnoticed. Motion detector, which is seemingly invaluable addition to the Alien game, would more often get you into trouble than actually help you out, as the beep signal it emits attracts enemies nearby. So I ended up rather keeping it in my pocket and looking for sound or music cues to determine location of my enemies.
It's got hell in here, Samuels.
The game fails to give you even the slightest impression that you are a badass, fearless and powerful Marine. Isn't it why people actually play games? Quite conversely, in Alien Isolation, from initial encounters with the Xenomorph until the very end of the game, you never become the hunter. You never have this beautiful feeling other games give you, vesting your character with supreme lethal skills. You are always a small game, scared to death and crawling in air shafts. This is a bit underwhelming. But isn't it what the original Alien movie was? A survival horror, some might say. Well, yes, but mind you, it lasted 2 hours, not 20.
Synthetics shouldn't just...
There are a number of different weapons in the game, but most of them are very slow and ineffective. Even the most powerful weapon in Alien Isolation, that is, the flamethrower, will only repel the alien for a minute. And most of your enemies, including both kinds of androids, will also take several shots or headshots before they actually drop dead on the floor. Changing the difficulty level does not change it either. The only enemies you can easily take down without much difficulty are the scarce humans scattered across the station and scavenging for food and other resources. Oh god, the save system. The feeling of saving the game gave me an incredible sense of relief, but I would say it wasn't the thrilling sense of victory per se. It was just happiness to know that you will not have to play the same section for the 10th time again. Yes, frustration is pretty much what you feel from the 8th hour of the game on. And yes, Alien Isolation was definitely made with patient people in mind. The game constantly moves goalposts too, and it does it to a point which makes the game ridiculously unfair. The first "yes, that's the end" moment is merely halfway through the game. Then you will be given several more fake endings several times before you actually finish the game. The actual ending, however, is so underwhelming that you wish you had never seen it. Alien Isolation is a game I was happy to finish, but sadly wouldn't be happy to play again.